Rail travel assistance. In this section, you will look at the various options for assistance that are available to support rail travel. The Rail Travel Assistance Scheme is separate to the travel assistance schemes, which can involve working with a travel assistant to learn travel routes over a number of sessions. The Rail Travel Assistance involves having a customer care agent supporting the person's rail journey. It would typically include the agent working with the local stations to inform them of any required arrival and boarding assistance and assistance with interchanges along the length of the rail journey. Intercity train assistance. Contact Customer Contact Centre to request assistance from a customer care agent. It is best to contact them a number of days in advance. They request at least 24 hours notice, but will provide assistance at shorter notice if possible. The Customer Contact Centre can be contacted by phone on 0818 366 222 or by email at access@irishrail.ie. There are meeting points at the train stations, Heuston, Connolly and Cork. All have staffed information points open during the ticket office opening hours. These also serve as meeting points for passengers who have booked assistance. In other locations, the ticket offices can be used as meeting points. Luas Travel Assistance. Travel assistance for the Luas can also be booked directly by contacting the Luas Customer Service Office on phone 0818 300 604 or by email on info@luas.ie. Luas accessibility. To ensure Luas accessibility, there should be audio announcements in English and Irish, and the journey details should be displayed electronically. Upon departure from a stop, the announcement indicates the name of the next stop. This should be announced again prior to arrival at the stop. The trams and stops are wheelchair accessible. They have a low floor with a level threshold. There is a minimal gap between the tram and the platform edge. Where there is an elevated track, there are lifts at the stops. There are 2 designated wheelchair spaces per tram, with room for up to 4 wheelchair users. There is space in the entry and exit areas for additional wheelchair users. However, the Luas can be very crowded at peak times. Travelling on the Luas. The driver rings a bell when approaching and leaving the platform. There are emergency help points near the ticket machines on the platforms where the help buttons connect to Luas Central Control Room. This can be used to inquire where the tram at the stop is terminating and request assistance. It is also possible to request a special bell, for example, ring the bell 2 times at Harcourt stop to alert a passenger with a vision impairment that this is their stop. Once the tram is stopped, it is possible to approach the driver of the tram from the outside. The doors on the Luas. There is an emergency passenger communications device located on the right-hand side of each set of double doors. This button is pressed to speak with the driver of the tram. A buzzing warning tone indicates when the tram doors are closing. There is also an orange flashing light located above each door, which will flash before the door closes. The doors are fitted with an obstacle detector system. The tram cannot move if there is an obstruction in the doors. There is a zonal accessibility policy to provide a better service and quicker response times for the Dart, Maynooth, Cork and Northern commuter trains. This divides the 31 stations on the Dart, Maynooth and Northern commuter line into 13 zones, with each zone including between 1 and 4 stations. A hub station can be contacted to arrange assistance. They request that you ideally provide 4 hours notice and 24 hours if a ramp is required. It is worth noting that the hub stations are manned, whereas non-hub stations are not. Check online for a station list and contact details for each station. The Padlet contains links and a guide to all stations. We have included a video in Blackboard that you can watch to learn more about the accessibility pilot project being implemented for the DART in 2023.